nowadays it's like one's like don't say blacklist or whitelist. It's like allow list and block list. It's like, dude, like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it's a little much.
Black is evil.
Yeah, we all know.
We know.
No, yeah, that's pushing it. I could see like some of those verbiage things. I mean, we use like who's the like master of this ship.
Yeah.
Similar to like captain, like they still use that, like nautical, like that's still a commonplace, like not a I don't know. I mean, master bedroom.
But you're also not like the slaves.
No.
No,
I mean,
in either of the other bedrooms, they're not slaves.
You're the crew.
Like, I don't think master.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it does.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, master bedroom, that's what that was.
Yeah.
That's where the master. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, master bedroom was like.
Yeah, but like, if,
like
you're
southern...
if you're a master of a house, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have slaves.
I think it was just that's where the master stayed. And master was generally somebody who ran other people.
Right. But
and,
like,
and when we're using it in
right,
context for a ship, that's what it's implying. Like, it's the same thing. Like,
right, but like a lord of a house, that doesn't necessarily like. I guess. Yeah. Okay.
I guess it just depends on context.
No, I think you swayed me.
I don't see an issue. Like, I don't know what else you would call it.
Yeah.
Like the main bedroom.
The
what do they call it? I think they actually do call it.
The what?
The main bedroom, maybe.
Master bedroom.
Do they still call it master?
I don't think that hasn't gone yet. And I think
neither has landlord.
See, like the Git branches, it's like we didn't even notice it change.
Yeah,
like, it's just like as soon as like if you had an old one like that had a master, still called master.
Yeah.
But like when you create new ones,
they don't give that anymore.
Well, it's not like a they, it's but like whoever you're using.
Them.
Oh no. Should we go into that?
Are we beginning?
Hello, your computer has virus.
Hello, chicken ricken.
Bomb has been planted. I am on my way.
Fatality. You must construct additional pylons. Counter. Headshot.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Hey guys, welcome back to Mostly Negative Podcast. My name is Monolith.
Oh shit. That is, like I said, I've said that before, but I do like the Monolith.
I do like Monolith.
I'm going to call you, in my head, your Belix forever, but...
Right.
Monolith is cool.
Well, Monolith, the thing about Monolith and like Base Justice is like, Base Justice is just an alias.
Yes.
But like, Monolith is like
that's
one of my different personalities.
Yeah, it's the same as like Firestorm.
And like, when I become Monolith, when I become Monolith, like, I will introduce myself in person as Monolith. I do not introduce myself as Justice in person.
You're like a fucking, what type of actor is that? You're fucking...
A method actor.
Yeah,
I'm a method actor.
I go full Monolith.
I go full Monolith.
You have to call me Monolith.
Like at the gym, hi, I'm Monolith. I can't introduce myself as
Monolith.
Justice.
I have autism.
I mean, Justice like sounds like it could be a real name. They're like, oh, Justice, okay.
Justice, yeah. I feel like I've known Justice.
Monolith.
Yeah, Monolith. Yeah.
It's a full personality.
It is. Yeah. Well, I'm Bam. And this is a gaming podcast.
I don't know how to spell your name.
Yeah, me neither.
This is a gaming podcast.
Yeah, it's
I do kind of want to. I do want to talk about games, but I
did have one thing.
Okay, perfect.
One quick.
Okay,
just when I was driving.
I also have
here,
like barely any things, but I do have some
just
things.
As when I was driving here.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah, let's hop into it.
You're chewing gum, mouth open.
Okay.
What does that evoke in you? You see somebody chewing gum with their mouth open?
Well, I do it.
Open, like full open the entire time? Yeah, like
I don't know.
Is it, or do you occasionally open your mouth to like...
I think it's more occasional, but I am a mouth breather.
But I think that's because you have like a deviated... Yeah, because it sounds like you have deviated septums.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, if I were
Something
to guess.
deeply... what comes to my... Cow?
Cow? It doesn't... What sort of emotions does it evoke?
Yeah.
Doesn't have anything for you? See, for me, it is rage.
I don't really rage. Are you just like you slob?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So especially in the car, like in a car, I am like, or in most things, I'm pretty even keeled.
Yes.
But in cars, like I don't get road rage or anything. Like people can like, and I oftentimes, because I don't drive fast. I also drive with like, are we recording? Is this my classic?
Yeah.
I oftentimes, even if I like, I don't drive. I probably drive like 3 car distances from the person ahead of me because I just don't trust people at all.
Oh no, yeah, me neither.
But people take that as like I need to get around this guy. So like I'm oftentimes getting like flipped off or honked at and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't even acknowledge people. Like Brittany all the time, she'll be like, "That guy just flipped you off." I'm like, "Who?" Like because I don't even like notice.
Good.
Like I don't care. Like I'm glad. Like be upset. You know, like that doesn't bother me. But when here driving, I see like when I was parked on one of these fucking endless red lights, there's just a lady behind me, and it's all I can see. Her fucking visor is down, like over her eyes, and all I can see is like,
oh god, that's disgusting.
Fucking through my rear, like I could hear it.
And in that moment,
I feel like I could hear it in my head. Like I'm like, like I've never felt closer yet, like wanting to assault somebody. You know, like I'm like I'm gonna fucking get out and attack this. Like just being like overcome because I'm like I swear I could hear it in my head. I'm like, oh my god, like and just she was like full, like in her car, just like I could hear her fucking dumb mouth clapping up and down. I want to go back there. Yeah. But no, it was fun.
Dude,
you
have something. You have something.
Yeah, I was like, wow, I'm getting really upset about that. I was like, that's really bothering
me. That's interesting.
But
it's interesting that you don't get,
Yeah, the road rage thing.
That's
interesting. I think road rage is a wild thing. Like that people
I have a lot of ideas with it.
Yeah, like, but I mean, it gives me the same vibe as like internet vibes, like where people feel safe. It is
internet.
Yeah, it's like people just want to, they become like monsters because they think they're safe, but you're not.
You're not.
You're not at all.
You're not at all.
It's the polar opposite.
This is Florida. You will get shot and killed.
And it's another person who's living in that fucking little enclosed world. So like they might just, you don't know what's in that fucking, in that car. Like the amount of times I see people, I'm like, dude, you don't know. Like I've had people flip me off and I'm like, you just like, you could just meet me on like another fork of my life.
Yeah.
Like other alternate version of me. And like, I'd follow you home and chop you up and bury you outside, you know, like that's just the other fork version of me. Or you
have an entirely, totally different interaction where it's like, oh, like, what's up, man?
Yeah.
You know,
like you don't know what.
Yeah, oh, cool. Have a nice day.
You don't know what version of the person you're meeting, you know, like why do people, that's why, I mean, that doesn't bother me. Like I don't get mad by it, but I also, like, even if it did bother me, I would put it aside because I would think that, like, I have no idea.
Absolutely.
Like, I had a lady one time throw, like, a fucking milkshake at my car.
What?
Yeah, like, onto my windshield.
So you just invoke rage.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It's a car. It's a car.
Yeah, probably.
It's part of the car.
Just fucking destroyed. I'm fucking bumbling around.
They're just doing it because they don't.
It doesn't affect me. I just fucking turn my windshield wipers on, keep driving. No, but, like, stuff like that. I'm like, whoa, like, you're really... Like you just don't care today. Like you would like, because I could just be a full blown, you know, like, and I'm only a couple shades off. Like I have tethers.
Yeah. You're a dark empath.
Yeah, I have fucking tethers. But if I were to cut my tethers, you know, like then I would just, you know, like I'd be like, today's the day. Yeah,
I am the golden
I am
god.
Untethered. This is a car for gods, not a starter car. But yeah, like that's a crazy thing.
So I don't know. You probably know that I like hate cars.
Yes.
Like I you
car
know, like
brain,
when I'm driving down the
brain.
interstate, like I see a train instead of a row of traffic stops. It's like why
don't we just use a train?
Yeah, like we're all going to the same place.
Yeah.
Like we're like
why is there not a more effective?
I hate that America like requires you to have
a car.
Each individual to have a car.
I think it was cars were great until it became that.
Yes.
Cars were great when it was like only rich people had cars, and then everyone else like got around together. But now that everyone uses a car, it's no longer an efficient form of travel. Like highways were designed 100 years ago. Like they weren't designed for this many people with this many cars. Like it doesn't work that way. So
and electric cars like is not a solution to the problem at all. It's just like, oh, we fixed it.
Yeah,
fine.
it's just trying to cover it.
It's trying to hide it
with another cool solution. Like look at this, we'll go green.
We're gonna reach we're already reaching the point where like I think people are going to be like, wait, like this fucking sucks ass. Like,
I mean, this area here, fucking Western Florida. I mean, the west side of Florida is like should be the fucking
Tampa to Sarasota.
Yes, should be the spot where they realize like, oh shit, like this is too much. Like you know, because what's going to happen in another 5 years, 6 years? They're not stopping.
Well,
they're not stopping the people. Like it's just more.
Have you heard of so this is like a big Republican triggering point is
I don't know shit about politics.
Well, yeah.
I don't know shit about shit. I just make stuff up.
Sometimes Republicans just like get like it's like the conspiracy ones that like pick up like these retard ideas. But so
this
like
on Facebook.
The idea of like 15-minute cities. Have you heard it?
No.
Well, the whole idea is just like that you have all the shit that you need like within like a 15-minute walk from where you live, like a grocery store. Yeah. I don't know if it's actually walk.
But that's the idea. Like a little
Yeah. It's like okay, so like a town, you know?
Yeah.
But I get, I think it's car companies that have like
been
psyoped the narrative that like, wait, no, like you guys are going to be trapped in grids and you're not going to be able to get out.
You're going to be stuck in here.
Yeah, and now we're going to segment you off. And
I understand then you think this is going to fuck up my mic if it's sitting like this?
Yeah. Okay, so here,
how do I fix this?
Pause it.
Too far forward, so it's too heavy.
Yeah, it just needs a little
counterbalance.
Yeah.
All right, are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
All right, so you were saying the issue.
Yeah.
With what? With the with these car things. I mean, putting.
Well, I think so. I used to ride motorcycles, and I stopped. Because you don't want to look outside.
Yes, yeah.
And also I drive like a jackass depending on what I ride.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the cool parts about being on a motorcycle. Like having the ability to do things you shouldn't is like a part of the fun part of it, but you're just risking your life nonstop because people are fucking lunatics and they don't look at all. I mean,
and sometimes I'm that lunatic.
Yeah, it's mutual, but in a car you're safer.
So I think America like has this isn't a political stream. This is a gamer. This is not a stream, podcast.
There's videos.
Hey chat. But we have probably like the lowest like trust in like our fellow person right now. Like we have pretty do you know your neighbors?
I do.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't know. That's a pretty sweet. I think most people assume the thing are most people are defensive by default. Like I think that's a normal way for people to be. Most people, I don't know. Maybe I guess that's probably just that's a limited thing I'm saying because I don't actually.
Well, I don't trust my neighbors.
Yeah, even like I know my neighbors and stuff. Like, would I let them into my house?
Yeah,
like without me there? No. You know, like I don't trust them that much.
This isn't fucking Home Improvement.
Yeah. I think but I also think that's just generational. You know, like you think about like our parents. Like our parents don't lock their cars.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah. My dad leaves his window down.
They have their keys, like, in their car. You know, like, these people, like, that's just, like, a generation. I think that's just generationally, like, I don't know that that's location-based. I think that's just generationally, like, we were more exposed to, you know, seeing the same thing, like, seeing crimes and stuff, like, just
kidnappings. Guys, watch out for white vans. There's like, white vans.
It is crazy, like, vans. Like, vans. I want to drive a white van. I would love to drive a white
vans are nice. Have you driven a van?
I've been in
They're
lots of
fucking
vans.
nice, dude. I had so my first car was a 95 Caravan. It was named the Crust Bus.
The Crust Bus.
Yeah, and every new person that went into the Crust Bus, you would have to take a coin and write your name into the ceiling.
Very nice.
It was very sick.
That's funny. I had a similar style of first car.
Really?
Not the same type of car. I had a 94 Volvo, but everyone would sign it at the outside.
Really?
They would key my car.
They would key your car. Holy shit.
I just had everyone key.
Dude, are we soulmates?
Yeah,
that's insane,
that's fucking same.
Like live this parallel life.
Same parallel. Yeah, no, I had everyone sign it like on the spoiler and on the back of it. It had that little spoiler that the old Volvos had. Okay. So I would have everyone key that and then like around it. So like the car just had like tons of signatures on the back of it. But yeah. Dude, those are fun. Like I love like that.
Dude, that
having shitty cars are fun.
That's
did I
tell you someone bumped me the other day?
Really?
Yeah.
See, like, and how much did that hurt you?
So much.
Yes.
So
like
much.
me, if you were to bump me, I would giggle. I'd be like, your car's scratched, you know, like.
Ever since I bought a new car, it's just like been like, damn, like I wish I could just be driving around a $2,000 beater.
Yeah, like when you're parking and stuff, like when I see a close spot, I smile. Like when I see a little thing, I'm like, fuck yeah, let me squeeze in there. Yeah, like you're about to have a bad day. You're gonna come outside and see my car next to you, like, oh shit.
You don't give a shit if
they
throw your door into
my fucking thing to get out. Fucking kicking. Like, what is that noise? Like, oh, I'm just getting out. You know, like
just getting out.
Just getting out. You know, like, but yeah, like that's like I like getting in your car like sandy.
I like
going to the beach and like I don't even rinse off.
Yeah,
I just get in my car like soaking wet.
Yeah.
I don't even dry off.
Yeah,
I use the seat to dry off. Like it's cloth.
Yeah,
it'll soak up the salt water.
Yeah, you want that to smell. Like
yeah, it'll be better than the smells that's already in there. You know, like let's cover up some. Let's get some new smells growing.
Yeah, I miss it, but I like
did it
having
hurt
a
your car. Did it hurt your car?
I don't know yet. So it was under 5 miles an hour. It was in a parking lot. He was just backing out.
Wait, your
but I
car's
think right. Well, I'm taking it in. I have an appointment.
But nothing. So nothing.
I can't
external.
see what he hit, but I think he bumped the wheel, which is like what I want to check out because it's a
if it
2023.
fucked up like a bearing. Yeah, something got bent.
But if it gets totaled, I'll get a fucking. I like having a car that like I know will start.
Yeah. Well, that is fun. But you don't like having to, just play games, and it's it's like you won.
Honestly,
it's like winning.
It's like
winning
I
the
get
lottery every day.
Like
your car started.
I've been
like,
there.
Fuck yeah, dude!
Like,
look at that first try.
Getting off the beach and be like, I guess I'm here for 4 more hours.
Like fucking my car. Like, I guess I'm gonna learn how to replace a starter today.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, like okay, let's open up some YouTube. Like let's figure some shit out. Like. So eBay must have a fucking 30-year-old part, right?
Is that where you got it?
Yeah.
eBay?
Yeah. Cool. Actually, it was a factory. It was a new one. Like a like it wasn't original, obviously, but it was a fucking. They just make all the. I mean, those things. They're like fucking Legos. Like an old Honda.
Oh yeah,
like it's just like, what do you want to slap in there?
They want you to get in there.
Yeah.
Be able to repair it.
They're fucking. I mean, that wasn't bad replacing that thing, but yeah, fucking old cars. I don't know. There's something nice about it. It's nice not giving a shit.
I do like my dream would just be to get a another Caravan. It would have to be exactly the same.
It's got to be signed.
Maybe. Well, it would have to be purple. It'd have to be the same year.
Yeah.
So I used to have so much like teenage rage and angst.
Yeah. Just
and
teenager.
like I was an angry kid.
Well, I also think our generation too. Like we was like we had fucking like Good Charlotte. Fucking Blink 182. Oh, she got a Pit Vipers. I saw a guy wearing Pit Vipers.
My fake Pit Vipers.
Oh shit. But like good. We had Good Charlotte. Fucking all the music we listened to was like just like whiny teenager stuff. So like even if you weren't angsty, you listened to music and then that music made you angsty.
Yes.
Like you were just forced.
And I had hardcore.
And then you were even hard. I never stepped into that. I got a little. I stepped in like Chiodos.
You would have had fun.
Yeah,
because it would. All it was like, well, like for someone like you, it would have just given you like a ground where you could go beat the shit out of people.
Yeah,
and like not get
everyone's
in trouble
cool with
for
it. Yeah,
like
it's just fun. It's a mutual punching.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't always like everyone was cool with it, but like if like when you evolve from an emo kid into a hardcore kid.
Yeah.
The hardcore kids,
that's
you
like
shave
the final,
your head, the hair's gone, and now all the emo kids are your targets.
Yeah, now you're beating them up.
you're like, ah!
We went to, I feel like we went, who'd we fucking see? I saw like a Screamo band like in the past like 5 years actually with Ethan and Riley.
Didn't you?
I forget who it was.
I know
it was in Savannah.
I don't think this is a Screamo band, but I know you like modern baseball.
We do. I love modern beats, but it wasn't them. But no, it was an older band. I fucking forget who they were now, but it was
I
same
probably
thing.
have heard of them.
I'm sure you have. It was an old, like we all knew it. It was fucking Member Berries, and they were coming through, and it was super cheap.
From first to last.
No, I don't remember, but whatever. We went, and it was just same thing. But it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, he'll remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a ton of fun. Like we just went, and like we were just like fucking, like we were just picking people because we're all three of us are pretty big guys. Like Ethan, our other buddy, he's like same size as me, and we were just grabbing people, all three of us, and we would just throw them as hard as we could in the sky.
Oh,
like we weren't moshing, we just grab people and just throw them up into the sky. So like there'd just be like bodies, like three, like 200 plus pound people just grabbing you and throwing you as hard as they can.
Is Riley 200 pounds?
Riley is not.
Okay.
Riley is like Riley's probably like 180.
Okay.
But me and Ethan are like, I'm heavier than Ethan.
I'm 187.
187? Oh shit,
Thank
dude.
you. I'm lowering it though.
Yeah.
I'm
That's what it is.
lowering
Remember,
it.
you go up and then you go a little down and you go up, but you're always excelling.
I got to get high. That's what I need.
You gotta get high.
High on the wall. I'm a rock climber.
Yeah. No, it's a thing. Like you're juggling both things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
Like you can't do both.
Especially just because like a lot of, like I am looking for function.
Yes.
But
and like
also,
I was saying, and for you too, like since you hadn't like weight trained, really for like taking it seriously in your lifetime or in a while.
Yeah.
You could benefit a ton from just doing what you just did for the past 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
And then do another 6 months of that and like just ride that. And then you can go back into what you want, but just like take that quick benefit. It's like just fucking level up a low stat.
Yeah.
True.
Like
that's the biggest gain you're going to get, like
it's an RPG, folks.
100%. We're just leveling our characters right now. That's a good point too. I was thinking about before I came here, I was like in my inventory screen.
Yeah.
and I had to hit all my stims.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, I gotta get a fucking Excedrin in me. I need a Red Bull. I need some fucking Zyn. I was like,
you're looking at your real inventory screen.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I was because I was saying last night we were playing Tarkov, and I was like, oh, hold on. I gotta reapply. Like, I got a pre-med before this fight. Like, I had to put in a Zyn. I had to freshen my Zyn before we went into Shoreline.
Yes.
Before we went into, I was like, we're going to fight, dude. I gotta freshen up. You know, like, fucking, I gotta pop my ibuprofen in game, and I gotta pop my Zyn in real life, so I'm fucking ready. But yeah, it's just a fucking RPG, dude. We just gotta fucking.
You've been leveling up your cardio stat too.
I have been, yeah, because it was the same thing though. Like I felt like I had hit a wall with weight training, and also like at this point in my life, like I'm not trying to like push numbers or anything anymore. Like I also just don't have the I don't want to give that amount of time to do it. I'd rather be doing other things.
Yeah.
So it's just like before I had fucking nothing else going on. Yeah. So I would work out for fucking 3-4 hours a day because I was like, I don't fucking, what else am I doing? It's either that or like drinking and playing video games. So like,
smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. Fucking like this is, like, and it was fun for me. Like but now it's like, I have the gym at home and stuff, but I just, I don't feel like giving that much time. So I figure I'll do fucking, I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just fucking run. And running's like, I don't know.
You run outside?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The only thing now is fucking bugs are back, dude.
Yeah, they're back, dude. Fucking Florida.
Yeah. Like,
but
it's so nice. Like you get like fucking 3 months of being able to be outside.
Oh yeah. It's done. It's already over.
I know, like people are like, oh, Florida. Like, I don't understand how people stand the cold. I'm like, in the Northeast, just put a jacket on.
Yeah.
And you can go outside. In Florida, you just die.
You die
outside. You just die.
Yeah.
Like
I don't want to hear anyone complain about humidity from anywhere else.
No,
when I
was
fucking
allowed.
living in Maryland, and they're like, oh, you're gonna be in for it in the summer.
Like,
we're so close to the bay.
Dude.
I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You see what's underneath my shirt here? Those are gills. Yeah, I have fucking gills. I'm a Floridian. I've learned to fucking breathe water because that's what the air. The humidity here is just it's oppressive.
Yeah,
the weather here is fucking oppressive when it's hot like that. And
it's like a RimWorld start, and you start in the jungle.
Yeah, I just can't imagine who the fuck settled here. Imagine being like the settlers.
Yeah,
I would have fucking walked my ass another 100 miles. Like there's no fucking chance I would have got here and looked around and been like, well, could you imagine being here?
Yeah,
with like no air conditioning in like a home that's like made of like thatch.
Here's what I don't understand. What about like the people that live on like the islands below us,
that's
like Puerto Rico and South America?
But honestly, those islands those are better than Florida. Like I've been to most of those islands, like in the you know Caribbean and stuff, and like all those islands. Like I've been to a lot of them. They are substantially.
I guess they're
better.
not swamps.
They're not swamps. That's what it is. Swamps. It's an island.
We're a swamp.
Yes, they don't have the same feel. Like you're not fucking swarmed by bugs. Like most of those things, most of those islands, like there are no bugs.
Okay.
It's like too fucking windy for them or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bugs can't fucking get there.
Huh.
It's like too far of a. They're all in Florida.
Islands.
Why would they go anywhere else? Like I got Florida, dude.
Yeah.
Like
I'm gonna go live in the Everglades, bitch.
Yeah, I fucking love Florida. There's tons of people, like fucking animals all over the place.
Yeah.
But no, I just can't imagine. Yeah, like getting here and building your thatch hut.
Yeah.
And just being soaking wet in sweat and fucking bugs all over you.
Did it like I don't really know like the history of like Florida, but
I don't know. I know that fucking white dudes came here and killed everybody.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened.
That's right. We're bad.
That's probably like if I could guess, some white dudes showed up and they're like, "This land looks cool. Let's murder. Let's murder the indigenous.
Yeah. Shit, we can't live here.
Yeah, let's fucking kill everything." Yeah, no, the fucking. It reminds me of like Naked and Afraid.
Naked and Afraid.
Yeah, like you ever watch Naked and Afraid? Dude, I would be out in the first.
It's like Survivor.
Minute. Yeah, but you're naked and afraid. You're literally naked. They just drop you naked and you have to survive. Yeah, it's literally Rust.
With a rock.
You have to build a fucking hut and then raid somebody's base.
Oh shit.
But but the people, like I would quit when they put them. Sometimes they put them in places like there's one where they put them in Florida in the Everglades, and they have to survive like 17 days or something, like make it to some point or something like that. But they show like their bodies and stuff, like like literally every inch of their skin is covered in bug bites.
That's disgusting.
Like
that's
my hell. Create my fucking hell, right? Yeah, like being
Stop
swarmed.
Thinking about it.
Yeah, like just being swarmed by bugs that you can't do anything about. There's no escaping it.
Yeah. Can you ride a bike?
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to. I mean, we mountain biked and stuff growing up. I fucking had ramps and stuff like normal.
We should rent bikes for you, and we'll go out.
We'll go out and
bike. That'll be fine.
Actually, fucking, Kyle, the guy who's been coming, Ben's friend.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
said
I know
he's doing a mountain bike thing in Central Florida that he invited everybody to.
Oh shit, I want to do that.
Yeah, everybody. That's everybody who's listening right now. Everybody in the
Everybody,
world. Worldwide.
come down.
all 15 of our listeners.
So I know he has,
which is just the people who he talked to already.
I'll hit him up about that. We should do that.
Yeah.
He lives by the best trails in Florida.
Yeah.
It's called Santos. It's in Ocala.
Okay. Well, Ocala, I've been there.
Ocala.
Where the horses are.
There's nothing out there.
It's just that big ass fucking equestrian center.
So I had one thing that I wanted to ask you. I don't think I really had anything else, but have you given money to a homeless person?
No.
Okay, never.
Fuck no.
Never in your life.
Fuck those people.
Not even a quarter.
No.
Okay.
No, fuck no. No fucking chance.
Yeah. Okay.
So
seeing you roll your eyes.
Yeah. Well, have you?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I have, but I don't anymore.
We'll start with your viewpoint of
I
homeless
guess,
people.
when I was younger, I was retarded.
Yeah.
And then like when I got a little bit older, I was like, well, I can give him change and he'll go like, it's fine that he goes and gets a beer and cigarettes. That's what he needs.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like mirroring my dad's take. And now I'm like, well, I mean, I'm doing okay, but like, I'm not in a position to just give away money at all.
Okay.
And then like now, like like that's my position. And also like if I were to give like a homeless person, I would rather just give them a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah,
and a
give
beer.
them an actual.
Like if I had like
give them an actual
be
item.
like here.
Yeah. That
That's
to
what I
me
would
seems.
rather do.
Oh, you ever seen the people who carry the snack bags in their car?
Oh,
you ever seen people do that? I've seen a lot of people do that.
See like the water bottle thing.
Yeah, I've seen people keep like little like go bags essentially that has like a water bottle, some fucking like a Cliff Bar, some fucking like wet wipes, like shit that you would want if you were homeless. Like just like you could hand that out. Like that to me, that seems like the premier way of doing it.
Yeah, actually.
Giving money to somebody like I don't know, like they obviously have an issue with money if they're in that point. Like something they don't know how to use money correctly. And as I've gotten older, I've become a little like less callous and, towards it. But I mean, to me, and I know it's like again, no sweeping statements, but for the most part, I think if you are, quasi responsible, you work and, like I said, those two mixed things, having an understanding of what your true expenses are and, not going over that and stuff, like you should be able to survive. Like you shouldn't be homeless. Like if you are homeless, I know there's like again no fucking absolutes. There's gonna be people who
I'm about to drive you down
who
the
fucking
homeless street.
Who did like some crazy story. But there's a million excuses why. But there's usually some underlying thing that was the cause. That brought them to that. That brought them to that level. Like I don't know. Like I just don't have a lot of I don't have a lot of fucking empathy for that because I'm just like I didn't do anything. I didn't have anything given to me. Like I didn't fucking do any it's not even for me. It has nothing to do with like where I am at financially. It's just I'm like I fucking figured it out. Yeah. And I didn't do anything crazy. I didn't have I'm in the fucking military. Like I didn't have for all intents and purposes
for the United States.
Yeah. Like why didn't you do that? Like that, anyone can join the fucking military unless you're a fucking gimp, and even nowadays they'll take you, like you got fucking one leg. I'm sure they'd take you. Well, they just need people at this point. Yeah. But, like that's always like things like that. There was a decision in your life at some point that you chose the wrong decision. Yeah. And now, you can't hold them fully accountable for that. Cause who knows, people make mistakes and stuff, but I'm just saying that there was something that led them to that path and there was a better option that they could have taken to get them what they, in a better position. Cause like I said, I have not done anything that was, made me tons of money, right? But I've done well for myself just being smart. Yeah. And just using, making financially sound decisions.
It's not like your parents like gave you.
No, like they're both fucking. My mom's a hairdresser and my dad's a plumber. Like
so both of us coming from like
just working class people,
families.
Yeah. And both of them, like they live on fucking Marco Island with, they own their home and they've done really well for themselves too. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think generationally, our generation does have it harder. I think like just cost of living.
We have less buying power than our parents did.
Yes.
Like when
homes and stuff. The cost of homes, fucking interest rates.
I think
and
that's
stuff.
that's like the big factor and like all of this. It's like, well, in where we live, it's like, well,
Especially here.
where the fuck are you gonna live?
Yeah, well, it's also crazy in a housing market.
Yes.
When the buyer doesn't have the power.
Okay.
That's a very weird thing.
Yeah.
So like traditionally, the buyer has all the power.
Yeah.
But in the past fucking 10 years, it's shifted to the seller has the power.
Yeah.
Like I remember when we bought our house that we have up in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
We had to write a fucking letter.
Right. Please.
I'm fucking giving you 400 grand. Like, what do you mean? I gotta write you a letter being like, this is why my money is better. Like I am a nice boy.
That is strange,
like you literally had to write a fucking letter because they have 10 plus bids on their home. So it's like, they're not, and so like, and normally you buy a house, you go in the home, you do your inspection and stuff, and like you come to them with like a list of things you don't like.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, like fucking this is messed up here. I'd like you to fix it. Like, I'm not taking the house.
Yeah.
In today's market, you don't do that.
Right.
Because like if you're like, hey, I need you to fix the corner, they're like, fuck you, get out. I'll sell it to the next guy.
Yeah.
Because they literally like they have like the seller has that power, which is it's a very weird market. Like, like normally, like I said, sellers, have the disadvantage. Like that should be the way it should be in all market.
Yeah.
The seller should be always should be lesser than the buyer because if it's not, then the buyers just get fucked. Like if you give sellers that much power, like I think about Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
Like fucking, especially my, like this is like, with, fucking moms.
Yeah. Okay.
Dude, if you want to make a lot of money,
target
moms.
Okay.
Because they're having a kid.
Yeah.
So they're, they're excited. They want all this stuff for it. Like if there was ever a market to abuse the most, it's moms. Like they will pay top dollar. Like if you look at just like kid shit, it's outrageous.
Okay.
Like a fucking stroller.
Yeah.
Like literally you ever see those carts that they like push? It's like a on 4 wagon thing.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
What do you think those things cost?
Fucking, I don't know, $100.
They're like $2,000.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Jesus Christ!
Like
Why?
like they just because people, the buyer has the power, and then the moms, that whole market of moms, there's like no regulation. Like they just hype each other up. They're like, yeah, it's great. We should. It's a fucking great thing. And we all need it. And then
get
like
Stanley Cups.
Yeah, like it's fucking growing. Like it's growing. Like we need it. Like so it just blows this stuff out of proportion. It's like, dude, this is just a fucking piece of plastic with 4 wheels. Like this is not $2,000 worth of anything.
What the fuck? Do you have one?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but like that's stuff like that, and then those things resell for exactly the same price.
Gotcha.
Which is insane to me to be able to sell an item. So like I say I do have one, and now it's 8 years from now, and my son is fucking 10 or whatever, and I have this item, this fucking plastic bin with 4 wheels that is entirely useless to me.
Yes.
It is complete garbage to me. It has no value. I can then sell it for fucking $1,500 and people will buy it. How does that make any sense? It's garbage to that person. It should have no value. I should offer you should pay me to come pick it up. It's like if you were to, it's like a mattress.
Yeah.
Like if you get rid of a mattress, you'd be like happy if someone picked it up for you.
Yeah.
Like that's a win.
No one fucking wants a mattress.
Yeah, no one wants a fucking mattress. It's garbage.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, but that's the same thing as a fucking toddler's little shit toy, like fucking like, why does that hold value? Like that stuff, it's wild because that's marketplace. You go on there, people are selling strollers and stuff. It's like, that's a stroller. So that means if they're selling it, their kids have grown out of it.
Yeah.
They've used the shit out of it. Like these things look like they were dragged behind cars, like because it's fucking kids. So it's like, how does this thing maintain its value? And then people are willing to literally buy somebody's trash for like more than half of its face value when it's been, used to the maximum, which is fucking crazy to me. But
what's happening right now?
Yeah, your cat's
She's
being
so
nice.
lovey.
Yeah.
Does she bite you when you touch her?
She's a cat.
So there's like a tiny window of like cuteness that she does every day. So as soon as I come home, if you're the first person home with me, because I like train her to love me more.
I mean, that's the goal. That's what people do with animals, right?
Yes.
It's always a competition.
They don't do that with kids, right?
No.
No. But she will immediately go limp on the floor and roll on her back
Wait for
so
you.
that I pick her up like a baby.
Yeah.
And we have a couple minutes where I can pet her head, and then finally she'll bite me, and then
And she's
she
now
wants to go down.
I am done with you.
Yes,
I'm done. I have received my attention for the day, human. Release
Yes,
me.
Exactly.
I will see you again when I am hungry and I need to shit. Or I want to escape. Cats are cool though. Like if
cats
I
are cool.
Yeah, like I'm not a big animal person just
Yeah.
because like I mean I have fish and lizards and
Yeah.
shit like that because like they're very hands off. You know,
Yeah.
like you don't really need once
So
you
is a
have.
cat. That's why.
Yeah, but like a cat, if you left for an extended period of time, you
Yeah.
would need somebody to like watch your cat. Like come.
You could leave them for a week.
Yeah, but you need like somebody to change the water, unless you have
True.
one of those water
That's true.
bowls and stuff like
Right.
that. Like they'll
Yeah.
be fine. They don't need human interaction.
No.
They just need someone to like top
Yeah.
their water bowl.
Yeah.
Fucking drop some food off or some shit. You know, like things like that. Like, you know, like that to me feels like an inconvenience.
Yeah.
Or like dogs. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
like if
fucking
you were,
retarded babies.
yeah, really. Like it's literally like you
Except
just.
Saki, but
Yeah, it's a
yeah.
human. We've already
He's a
discussed
man.
that. He's
Yeah.
a 70-year-old
He's
man.
a man. Saki is a man, not
He's
a
a
dog.
monk.
Sorry.
He's a monk.
He is a monk. A monk reincarnated as a fucking
But yeah, like
chill
dogs,
ass
dude.
dog.
Like it's just
Nah.
it just seems like a massive inconvenience.
I'll never have a dog.
Yeah, like it just like everything you
Yeah.
want to do. You want to travel. You want to fucking go somewhere. You want to do something. You want to be gone for fucking 8 hours. You know,
Yeah.
like and that's the other thing too. I do think it's a little bit like when people are like, I love my dogs. Like, yeah, but you're gone for like you're at work for like 8 to 10 hours a day, and this thing
That's
just
like
sits in
forever
your
for them. That's a year for
yeah,
them.
yeah. They don't fucking
That you're-
understand
when you're gone.
Yeah, like so like really, you see your dog for like 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's just fucking sitting, walking around your house like, dum dum dum, you know, like,
Yeah.
fucking, like, why even have it? You know,
Yeah,
like, fucking,
absolutely.
like, I mean, I guess it's easy to say that. I mean, I do understand when people are like, oh, you know, people
Yeah.
love their animals. And
Dogs are a burden.
they seem like it.
And you know, and God forbid you have a pit bull
And then they just
and
fucking,
it just
now,
wants to kill everything.
now you have something that could
Yeah.
possibly
you
just
accidentally blinked at it
Yeah.
wrong, and now it's fucking
it
carrying
may
grandma down
activate
the
its,
street.
yeah, it might activate its kill switch
Yeah.
and fucking destroy you. Yeah, no, they're fucking, yeah.
But you know, like so we have like a homeless street here.
Yeah.
And you know,
Skid
talking
Row.
about like we have a Skid Row over down by Planned Parenthood. And you know, just like with the housing market the way it is, and like I see some of the people out there and I'm like, you know, like I bet you couldn't work. Like what?
Yeah,
what
that's the
can
thing.
you do?
Well-
Like maybe you could work at Wendy's.
Yeah.
But
well, I think the large majority of homeless people are either suffering from mental illness
Yeah.
or like an actual physical disability, which sucks because that probably means that they were just abandoned by their family, which
Yeah.
is fucking terrible. Because like, but I mean, you know, like I said, that's why you can't make it. Like I said, there's no absolutes because you don't know. Like they might have came from a family who was struggling.
Yeah.
And then they had a kid who had a disability or something like that.
Yeah.
And they just like literally
Yeah.
couldn't feasibly handle it. Like, cause you know, not everyone should have kids.
Yeah.
You know, not everyone is, you know, meant to have kids. Not everyone has the, you know, the tools
Yeah.
or the fucking, you know, emotional fucking availability to be
True.
there,
Yeah.
you know, indefinitely, you know, for somebody. So, you know, there's those cases where it's like, yeah, like there is just people and like, what do you fucking do with those people? Like,
Yeah.
what is the solution? Like, I don't fucking know.
Well,
Rally them up.
What?
Rally them up.
Rally them up.
Start a fucking militia.
Fucking turn them into
Fucking-
Serbians.
I forget what podcast they were talking about giving homeless people weapons or something. Someone's like, I think it was fucking, who's that dude with the mullet who talks like a little
Theo
southern?
Vaughn.
Yeah, Theo Von. Like, man, I'm gonna give him some fucking
Yeah, he's
guns
funny.
or something. Like no, maybe not guns. He's like, maybe I'll just give him like swords and stuff. You know,
Dude, I want a sword.
dude, swords are cool.
Swords are cool.
What is that?
We're
Why
men.
do we like
We're
weapons
men.
still? Yeah, like is
We're
it just being
men. Yeah.
men that we're just
We need
like
swords.
literally attracted to weapons?
Yes.
I remember when I was in high school, my trunk of that Volvo
Yeah.
was full of weapons.
Really?
Full of weapons.
God.
Like-
Like what?
Swords,
Swords.
fucking
So
axes,
fun, dude.
like all
Yeah.
sorts of crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like maces.
Okay.
Because I would just buy all that stuff.
Yeah.
That was like
That's
I had
fucking
money.
cool.
I was like, I'm just buying weapons.
We'll buy a mace.
Yeah, like
and
bow
a
and
morning
arrows,
star.
yeah. Fucking just
That's
all
fucking
sorts
cool.
of weapons.
What
Like
happened to all the weapons?
I
Do
don't
you
know.
have any of them still?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where they are.
Okay.
But yeah, like that was all they were just like weapons. I just had weapons. They just
I'm gonna buy. Well, there's one sword I specifically want. I need a Zweihander
that would be
because it
very
was my
cool.
main in
Yes, that's
Chivalry
true.
1.
I could just have that above your fireplace.
Exactly.
Yeah, like what is? Yeah, we like
Yes.
that's definitely some caveman shit
Yeah,
that we
it
just
is.
like weapons. Like
Yeah.
it's just cool. Like it's cool.
It's the male.
I don't-
the male thing.
But I don't like. I like guns, and I have
Yeah.
guns, but I don't have the same attraction to a gun.
Yeah.
Like what is that? Why do you like a fucking like a sword is so much cooler than a gun?
Yeah, a sword is way cooler.
Yeah, like if I walked to your house and you had like a gun rack on the wall, I'd be like, that's irresponsible.
Like it's
but
like,
if you had a fucking like 6 flails on the wall, I'm like, that's badass.
Yeah, but it's like even like thinking about like animes, it's like yeah, like these guys are all coming, these bad guys are coming, and they all have guns, but the main character uses a sword. It's like, yeah, that is fucking badass.
It is cool. Yeah.
Maybe like there is some sort of like ingrainment in our
like
brain
honor.
because like we did it much longer.
Yeah,
Warfare was
that we
like
used,
that much longer.
guns are newer. In the span of things, like it was more so
But
available that you probably.
I don't think guns would ever be as cool as a sword.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
Now
seem...
I want to go get a sword.
Yeah, dude, and like sword, like watching those, like you ever watch like the videos of those dudes who like wear armor and beat the fuck out of each other. Like that shit looks awesome.
That shit's insane.
Yeah,
dude.
like they're literally like just. I don't know how.
Yeah.
My only guess is that the only people who do that are like just incredibly physically inept.
Yes.
Because I think if like real people did that,
Yeah.
you would die.
I would kill someone.
How would you not? Like I watch these people like hitting each other. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, if another like if I hit somebody, even if it was a dull sword, it's still metal.
I
like,
will thrust
well, the
this
helmets are
through your-
padded. Like, but blunt force
Who
metal
cares?
hitting you the
Yes.
side of the head, like
Yeah.
that's really hard. That's a lot of weight, you know. Like I think you'd have like a severe concussion, you know. Like, but they seem to be fine. Like
Yeah.
they were like thumping each other on the head. With,
Yeah, but
like,
those
hammers.
guys are. I feel like they are a little
They're
slower.
already there.
Yeah, they're a little slower.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think they're normal. Like if you put like an athletic person in that suit of armor, it'd be like, we shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
Like we should probably cut this out. Like put, you know, like I think someone's gonna die. You know, but yeah, dude, swords are cool.
Swords are cool. So I did want to say this. So not homeless people, but have you ever like met someone or like seen someone and you're like, yeah, you belong in a cage
You
forever.
forever.
Like you
They
you
just
should
can't-
just be
they can't-
removed from
They
society.
can't function
Yes.
with people.
Yeah.
There's definitely people you meet. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I think they that's the same category I would put into like the people who are like time thieves. You know, like they just don't function great in society. Like,
well, I mean,
they're
like
slower.
more like people that like could be a danger to society.
Oh, even dangerous people
Yes.
too. Yeah, I mean,
So-
I don't know that I've ever actually like fully with someone that I would say like is very dangerous to people like that. I don't think I've ever fully. I mean, I'm sure I've met people and just never knew them enough.
I don't know if this person was like very, very dangerous, but I'll at least like give you the scenario. I think he was dangerous.
Yeah, it was just, this would be like you wouldn't be surprised if he was in the Killdozer.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so one of those
Killdozer
people?
was badass, by the way.
Yeah,
I read the
very
whole
cool.
story.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
so
he didn't kill
this is what
anyone.
we're talking
He
about.
didn't kill anyone.
Oh, really? Just himself?
He killed himself, and all he did was he had a feud with like some property owners, and he went and he bulldozed their whole new business down, and he was all So and he
Fucking
concreted himself in. And,
0 or 1 KD.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Not very bad. Yeah,
He
pretty
only
cool
killed
guy.
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 for 1.
But so I used to work at Starbucks, and I was a supervisor, and I worked at Starbucks for a really long ass
You were there
time,
for, like,
7
ever.
years.
Yeah.
Yes, and I was there before I met you.
Yeah.
Just crazy. So and there was this guy, and he would occasionally come. I worked at many Starbuckses, but like there's a few that I was at for like a long time, and there was this dude that would come in, and he would very Italian. Which already, like, I'm creeped out by.
Weird Italians.
Yeah, he would come in and he would just be on his laptop, and then he would just like stare at like girls.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Like very like creepily.
Yeah, just being a fucking
but he wouldn't
weirdo.
come into my Starbucks a lot. I think he was like a regular at like other ones, but he'd go in with
But
his laptop.
that was like his shtick.
That was his shtick. And I think one time he came in to the last Starbucks that I worked at, the one that gave me PTSD and dissociation, depersonalization, derealization, and
Great place.
and
Loved
COVID.
working.
And COVID happened.
But besides that, it was a great place to
So
work.
yeah,
At least I wasn't homeless, right?
exactly. I wasn't homeless. I was living with my dad. He's
Yeah.
better.
I'm not living on the streets.
Yeah. Anyway, he I don't know if he came in like a few more times, but like he had like this thing with one of the girls that I worked with. And she wasn't like she was like my age. And I think he like once tried to follow her home. And he came in another time, and I called the cops on him, or I went up to him I'm like, hey, you have to leave.
Yeah.
We're gonna trespass you now.
Yeah.
And just like based off of you're staring at girls. It's like
you're being fucking weird.
Yeah, I didn't need to explain shit to my manager. I was just like, fuck this dude. Like I don't need an
also,
explanation.
it's a private establishment.
Exactly.
You don't even need to. Like, you can literally just decide like, I don't want you in here anymore. This isn't a public space.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get the fuck out. Like, I think
with corporate, like you always need like explanations and but anyway, at the end of it, it's just like
did the police do anything?
Yeah, they trespassed him and got him out of there.
Did he come back anymore?
No.
That was it.
And I looked up his record, and like he had like a bunch of like really weird shit, like stalking and like shit like that. And it was like at that moment, I'm like, you know what? Like you do belong in a cage. Like you shouldn't be
we're just
in society mingled.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time until he like acts on one of those. Whatever he's thinking.
Even if not, but like yes.
He's just a time bomb.
Yes.
Yeah, he's obviously thinking of doing bad things.
That's like one of those people.
Yeah. But it's like those are scary situations because it's like, what do you do?
Yeah,
you can't. This isn't fucking Minority Report. You know, like we can't predict the future. And
I know.
Be cool if we could soon.
Maybe we should
one day.
Maybe we should.
You're fucking definitely gonna.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's tough because even though it's like, I mean, something like that, it's like at least you had some ground to stand on. You're in a private establishment. You can enforce some form of law, but like some things, like if you're just like outside, like and this guy's just like at the park every day you are or something like that, like. What are you gonna do? Like you gonna tell the cops?
Well, like
and
would
then, like they're like, sorry, like we have like real crime actively going on.
We have freedom, sir. Well, like what if like like the whole freedom thing? Like what if a little bit of fascism did lead to a utopia?
Yeah,
I mean, like
catch these guys. Think
about that all the time. And like I'm not a fascist, but I'm like, what if like what if there was like a governing body that like wasn't corrupt?
Just like fucking what was that? What was it? It's like Thailand that has like the murder squad that they ride around on bikes and they just shoot people.
I haven't seen that. That's fucking awesome.
I don't know where it is, but there's somewhere that there's like they just like drive around and like if you're like dealing drugs, they just like roll up and like gat you down and then drive by. Like justice served. See you later. We're on our fucking way. No dealing drugs today. Yeah, fucking you're dead. Murder is better than drug dealing.
But well, like my idea with that again, not a fascist. But here would be like the scenario is aliens are coming to Earth.
Yeah,
and we know that they're coming to Earth, and we know that they are hostile.
Yeah,
what happens? Every single government on the world combines at that moment, and every single person. Your current job now is to work on the project, right? Like now mankind has
like
a singular project. Even if you're like working at a Starbucks, you're working at a Starbucks so that you can serve the people that are going to work on the project. All one goal. Like there's still like those things, but it's like,
where does that guy go?
That goal. But my whole theory with that actually is, so me and my dad have talked about that idea for like a long time, is like if we had like a unifying goal, I don't think anything's wrong with that. Like, like we would have to go like,
it would take something like
authoritarian and like,
it would also take you couldn't just, it wouldn't happen unless it was life or death.
No, but like that's what would have to happen. And like, I don't think that's necessarily like a bad thing.
We need like fucking the core, like an asteroid
oh God,
coming or something. Like we must we must blow up this asteroid.
To blow up the core.
Yeah, like that's what we need.
But me and my dad always talk about aliens. It always ends up there. It'll start out of
somehow
politics
we're talking about
aliens.
That's the next step.
So we've always talked about that idea, but I've recently got this idea. I was like, wait, if that happened, the Republicans would want to. No matter what, they would want to immediately destroy the aliens, and the liberals would immediately want to become friends with the aliens, and that would be the new fucking dilemma. That would be CNN and Fox News.
Yeah, I mean, we have to. That's what we do. Like, we polarize.
It's like,
people love to polarize. Well, it's also like farming. You know, like the best way to farm is to polarize.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Just
polarize people. Like you either get to say polarizing things if you want to be popular.
Fuck pit bulls.
Yeah, 100%. Like say shit like that. It just farms content because
that's true.
You either get because both sides of you're only saying farming. Something that people are absolutely obsessed with or fucking despise. So they will say something no matter what. So like you're engulfed in both ends of this giant
like
flame. Don't say mid things. You know, like just say crazy shit. Like that's why
that's how you get money.
Well, I think that's why Trump was so successful.
Yeah, because
Trump is he's a genius with that sort of stuff. He's very smart. Like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He knows that polarizing shit fucking sells. Like it's just like it just drives you up. It drives your stock. Like
he's very charismatic.
That too, but he's just like he just says shit. Like he doesn't like that sort of stuff, and especially in like a big role like that. Like that's like when you're just like on a fucking saying like that guy's a fucking idiot. Like just saying things that like would make people be like whoa. Like that's like that's smart. Like if you want to grab attention, and even negative attention is still attention. Like you're gonna grow your stock. Like you're gonna become bigger, whether it's negative or positive. At a certain point, those lines blur, and it's just like you're big. Yeah. Like fucking like what's his name? Jake Paul. Yeah. That's a great example of a guy who but a guy who blurred those lines. Yeah. Like in the beginning, he made the blind video, the color blind video. Like he was popular with kids, then he was hated by like our generation, and then now he like jumped in, and now it's like, do we hate Jake Paul or do we like his prime? He has like all these big brands. Like is he popular? Like I don't fucking know.
He's definitely like transferred all of that into like
into money,
like something super successful. It's like now. Like even my like boomer coworkers, everyone like they knew who he is now.
Yeah, like he's a guy who just took every ounce of fucking attention, whether it negative or positive, and he just blasted it into this fucking ball of just like, I don't fucking know if I hate him or like him, but like I know who he is, and he has a lot of fucking money, and so like as much as I think that he was like a fucking like I never really understood the popularity of that, like fuck, I mean good for you, dude, like true. That's fucking like whatever you're fucking you're a smart guy, like like I don't think that stuff is accidental. Like to get to that level, like you knew, like he had either he knew or someone in his circle knew what to do. Like, hey, dude, like fucking slam this shit together. Fucking, like just roll with it. Like, don't get bogged down by the negativity. Just build it. Build.
So what
your
are we gonna do? That's super polarizing.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll bring back Pitbull pickup.
Yeah.
Pitbull drop off.
We're gonna kill Pitbulls live on.
Did you ever see that 4chan troll? It was one of the funniest. I can't say it now.
4chan. Is 4chan still a thing?
Yes.
It is. Is it still as fucking wild? Or is it more of just like a normal forum now?
I mean, I think B is still
crazy,
entirely fucked up.
Yeah.
And I mean, just in general, I think only degenerates go there in the first place. And then there's
I've never actually even been on.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I've never.
It's pretty shitty.
Yeah, I've only seen like
it was good for 2009
images of green text.
Yes.
That's it. That's my experience.
Those are the best.
Yeah, because I'm like, why would I just want curated?
Yeah, I don't want to go picking through garbage.
Yeah, I want the 4chan. Fucking cream. I don't want the fucking chaff.
But there's other chans. There's like more extreme ones. Like 8chan was one of the really fucked up ones.
Yeah, is that just crazier?
I think so. Yeah. And I think that's, I don't know. Yeah, I think still.
But those are the same thing. Like those all polarizing, just like crazy shit that people like, are like, what the fuck? Like you said what? Like just like, like that sort of stuff. It draws attention. I mean, it's fucking, you get at one point, you just hit that fucking, like mass point where it's just like, I can no longer grow, like everything just blends together into one just fucking big bomb of like, I'm big now.
Yeah.
And fucking...
We got to figure out that thing. I don't know. I feel like we should do some reaction videos. That'd be so fun.
That's a new idea.
Yeah. It's brand new. We watch another video.
We watch another guy's video.
Oh, that was cool.
I mean, people always rip on that sort of stuff and like, say whatever, but like... There's
like some of the most popular content on YouTube.
Yes. Like you're not... Most content that you're consuming is not new.
Yeah.
Like it's rare to find, unless you're like listening to like fucking, like academic podcasts of some guy like saying his like fucking, like his research fucking, thesis that he created. It's like, you're not learning new info. Like, they're commenting on and reacting on things. Like, you can like specifically seek out knowledge about something and like learn about that. But like, most of the time, like people would prefer to have, at least I think people would prefer to have a little bit of like that human conjecture in there, like information and then fucking thoughts on information. Yeah. Like I would, that's like, like, I guess there's times for both, like if I'm learning for fucking, like I'm doing, like a, security shit and I just want to like get information in, like just get it slammed into me. There are videos I'll watch, which like, maybe they are literally just saying information, but like, that's not a popular video, like the popular ones are generally like people's just it's essentially just a reaction.
The best
reaction video
to learn off of is going to be some Indian guy.
Yes, who's just literally just spitting information at you. yeah, like and just fucking just straight information. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't understand the ripping. Like when people are like, oh, I'm gonna do reaction times. And it's like, that's just like that's what we fucking do. You know,
we're gonna
like,
do it.
And it's fun listening to people talk about shit.
I've watched a little bit of Asmongold.
Yeah,
since you turned me on to him.
Yeah, I mean,
his subreddit's awesome.
Yeah, and he's another guy who does that thing. You know, he walks that line.
Yeah,
he walks that line of things that upset people or things that ignite people with happiness.
Absolutely.
You know, and like that's a like if you want to be a content creator or just if you want to build traction, if you want to fucking make waves.
Yeah,
like walk that line. Like that's where you want to be because like. You know, if you're saying fucking middle of the line shit that like everybody knows, like then who like cool like the fucking
it's like totally
the grass
opposite.
is green and the sky is blue. Like great news, dude. See you tomorrow. You know, like fucking how you doing? Good. You know, like that's the same fucking conversation. You know, like I don't care. You know, like fucking like let's like why are we? You know, like. But I do think there's also like there's other things too. Like fucking I think like X Factor.
X Factor.
Yeah, like some people like I think Summit is an X Factor guy.
Okay.
Like he just like something about him is likable. Like there's not something that you can tangibly say that makes him entertaining.
Yeah.
He doesn't do a character.
No.
I mean, he's good at the games he plays, but there's plenty of people who are
he
good
goes at RPs and
he's just himself. Yeah. And like there's like 40,000 people watching. Like he's just like, hey, it's me, Jared. It's like he's literally using his name. Yeah. Like he's not even created a character. And all he does is race cars because he likes racing cars. He plays racing games. It's like you're not even RPing. You're just racing in this game and just being like, hey, I'm Jared. I race. You know, like, like what? Like, like people are like, I fucking love this. Like, but he has that. There's definitely that comes into too. Like some people just have this like, some sort of like attraction,
an innate.
Like they have that. Yeah, there's something in them that
they're just likable. Well, I don't have that, and neither do you.
Yeah, we're not. We don't have fucking.
We need
how
to
do
figure out what the fuck?
Maybe we can inject ourselves with Factor X. Yeah. No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what that. Yeah, there's a mix of things. I mean, I think characters do it too.
Yeah.
People play like Dr. Disrespect.
Oh yeah.
Like that was a great character. Like, like that fucking, like being this like over the top.
I know what he did, by the way.
Oh yeah, what did he do?
Yeah, I found out.
Yeah.
I can't say.
Oh, it was that bad?
No, just not allowed to.
Oh, you got NDA?
Yeah, someone told me.
Oh shit!
I'm just checking.
I got fucking. I was like in the inner circle.
He's not just done on Twitch.
Is he off of? Is he stream? Where does he stream?
I think he streams on YouTube, but I really don't know what the fuck. I haven't heard about him in so long.
Yeah,
other than Shungite.
Yeah, Shungite. Yeah. I know. No, I don't know. Yeah, but
yeah, he's interesting.
Yeah, being those characters, being like, or just being like I think like Shroud is an example of somebody who like just great skill,
he's really good
in something because like he is by far the most boring human being I have ever experienced.
Yes,
like you could just listen to Shroud and it would like knock anybody. Like, you having trouble sleeping?
Yeah,
fucking put Shroud's voice in your head. And he's like, Also, he's like, how small he is?
Is he small?
He's like he's like 5 foot.
He's a pro gamer.
Yeah, he put all his stats into fucking aim.
Yeah, exactly.
No more stats left for height. But like things like that, like sometimes like skill in it or just great knowledge in something like that can push your stock.
Yeah.
If you just have like like that one thing that like makes
I think like that's like one thing that like Tim had when he was streaming back in the day is like he was funny.
Yeah, he was funny, but I also think he had a little bit of the X factor.
Yeah,
he was like now he's more of like a fucking mainstream, Call of Duty, kid gamer, like he fell into that bracket.
But I think when he's Overwatch.
Yeah, but I think when he started, he had a little bit of that, like where they feel like them.
Yeah.
I think that's what the X Factor does. Like they feel relatable to you. Like you feel like you can be friends with them. Yeah, like you feel it's like everybody's friend.
Tim the Tatman does feel like someone that like I've met before.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, like
I guess so does Summit.
Yep. Yeah, he just feels like your buddy. Like you feel like you could hop in a Discord call with them and be like, yo, what's up? Like, like, hey, what's up, dude? And like it wouldn't be like they don't give you that feeling of like fame or anything. I mean, and streamers obviously are not the same level of fame as anybody else as like real famous
except
people.
Ninja.
Yeah, except Ninja. But yeah, so like I think that falls into that, that X factor where, like I said, they're just relatable. They just feel like them. You feel like you're boys with them. Like
they're
you feel
your
like
boys.
Like, which makes it like you want.
Why is it the X factor?
I don't know. Why do we say the X factor?
I don't know.
I mean, unknown. Right? X, Y, Z is just a variable.
Okay, unknown. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a variable. I guess you call it the Z factor. Y
See, I was thinking of the Joe Rogan show. X Factor.
Yeah, we're talking about an anomaly.
Eat worms.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, extremely boring.
How the fuck?
And he's like ultra retarded now too.
Yeah, just like the most mid human being on the planet. Like shitty fighter, fucking shitty talk show host, shitty comedian, fucking shitty like how What did he do? What fucking juice did he take? Like what? That isn't I have never. I think I've heard clips of the podcast, but it is unbearable. He's like a fucking doormat.
Yes.
His podcast is only successful because of the people he brings on. He brings nothing. He just sits there stoned. And he's like, that's cool. You know, they're like, it's like, what do you bring to the fucking podcast? You bring nothing to the table. Like you just say like stupid fucking shit that like a normal high person would say.
Yeah.
And then the person who's on your episode who actually has something interesting to say is, you know, you're like, he's just like farming people.
Yeah.
You know, like he just like uses his, like I said, Joe Rogan, that whole thing.
Anomaly.
Yeah, I don't get it. And he's in a really, that circle of people, the people he's surrounded with are incredibly talented.
Yeah.
And funny, like fucking Shane Gillis.
Yeah.
Fucking Tom Segura.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
was gonna say.
not Bert Kreischer. But yeah, like, like
what's happening with Bert? Is the internet turning on him?
Are they?
Are people turning on him?
I don't know.
I keep seeing that headline.
Is it? I mean, they're always, I mean, that's kind of his shtick.
Yeah.
Like
maybe he's just not funny.
No, Bert Kreischer is not funny at all.
He's not funny.
No, he's not. He is not even
kind of
remotely funny. He's just surrounded by funny people.
Yeah.
He's
a character.
He's funny because the people around him make him funny. If he were just by himself talking, you just be like, oh, this is just a retarded person.
Jesus Christ, this guy's drunk.
Yeah, like this is just a fucking really dumb person who doesn't know anything.
Just
and
a frat guy. That
yeah,
is still
like
a frat guy.
yeah, but like I said, like Two Bears One Cave is funny because he has Tom there, who like when he says something that's like just incredibly stupid or things like that, like Tom can be like, oh really, you know, like, and you hear like that, you can hear it in his voice, like, oh really, you fucking idiot, you know, like let's hear what else you have to say about this topic that you know, like, and that's what makes it funny that they play off of each other.
Okay.
But yeah, no, like I said, like when there's an episode that Tom isn't on and it's just Bert like talking to somebody, that's a fucking skip for me, you know, like, and I listen to fucking every episode, but I can't, like, he just
can't do it.
Yeah, he's like the opposite of fucking Bert Kreischer on a fucking, like, he'll just talk over the person and just be like spitting mumbo jumbo, like, you know, like nothing of importance, nothing of value.
Nothing was
not
lost.
that funny, you know, like kind of like slapstick humor a little bit. Like
Adam Sandler. Speaking of Adam Sandler, have you watched Uncut Gems?
Horror. I mean, is that which? Yes.
Wait, you said horrible?
Isn't that the one with the Is it the family one?
No. He's like a jewel dealer, like a pawn shop
maybe not.
guy.
I don't know.
It's insane. It's insane. It's like very anxiety inducing.
Is it?
It's serious. It's not a comedy.
No, I don't think I've seen it.
It's not a comedy at all.
I know he's in some new like space movie because I keep seeing clips of like him in like a spider.
Yeah, I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, he's in like a space movie they just released on Netflix.
Yeah.
I don't know. So Uncut Gems was good?
Oh, it's incredible. Most people that I talk to, especially like women, all I hear is I could not finish the movie.
Because that causes that much.
Yeah, I think maybe even my dad might have said well, I don't think.
What's it about?
Because my dad is.
I'll never watch it. So what's it about?
You should watch it. You really should.
I don't know. I can't, his movies nowadays, like
you like it, I think. It's about like this guy and he runs like a jewel shop, a pawn shop, and he keeps like making deals with people, like kind of like oh, like, well, I'm gonna have this much, and like then he like keeps like just like adding on to like his debt, and it like just kind of spirals,
digging a bigger hole.
And it's and
then him trying to.
It's got The Weeknd in it.
And it's just him trying to survive throughout trying to get out of that hole.
He's just like a disgusting dirtbag, man. It's just like, he's got like a guma, and it's
maybe, I don't know. Yeah, it's the issue I've had with the movies I have seen with him. It's like fucking, like what was that? It's like Clint Eastwood's like last movies that he put out, like those guys who like they have so much money.
Like, come on,
that they're just like if you're producing, if you have the money and you're like funding your own movie and stuff like that, like that's not a great thing.
No,
like checks and balances are there for a reason. Like even if you have the money to do
you're
it,
done.
Like if nobody bought this from you and you're producing it yourself, like that's probably a sign that you shouldn't have produced it. That's why we have outside sources. Like you shouldn't be the main role actor, the fucking producer, the funder, like director.
You need
like
someone to check you.
Yes,
you need a handler.
Yeah, like because like it's
especially if you're an actor, because like you're a dumbass if you're
you do
an actor.
nothing.
Like
you say other people's
like,
words.
I think that like when I realized that like all actors are like very stupid, it's like wait, but like their characters were so smart. But like
it's when you hear actors have like opinion. Yeah, when they have opinions on things.
Yeah.
It's like, don't have
the worst. It's like,
it's
please,
like, I don't care.
Please no.
At all. Like you are the last person on the planet who I would want to hear something from about what you think. Like that's not what you're here for. You know, like, you can have opinions.
Yeah.
You don't need to display them publicly. Like it's crazy, but they have the platform. So, I mean,
what was the last movie you saw?
The last movie I saw, probably like Wreck-It Ralph with my son. No,
Really? Okay.
no, I'm trying to think.
What was the
of
last movie that you watched that wasn't?
Yeah, like
a kid movie. Yeah, I love kids movies. By the way, they're so easy to watch.
Dude,
they're like designed that way.
Wreck-It Ralph, though. Have you seen Wreck-It Ralph?
No, is it good?
Dude, it's so good.
Really?
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph.
It sounds sick.
Yeah, it's
about
actually
video
real-
games and shit, right?
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, it's just it's like
okay.
an arcade, and it's him in the arcade.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph is fucking great. I love Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, what was the last you movie? I'll tell you mine. It was
start with yours.
It was It Comes at Night.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it?
It was incredible.
I really want to. Yeah,
it's a you movie.
Yeah, I need to see
I won't tell you to watch Uncut Gems, but I will fucking hold you down
for watching that
and get you, and you need to watch it.
Yeah, we'll do it in your new movie room.
My new the first one we're gonna see is the Christian conspiracy.
14 hour. I'm gonna need an 18-hour block.
It's 5 hours. It's 5 hours. Well, no, we'll watch it episode by episode. So
That's
like
true.
an hour
like
episode.
a sequential.
Yeah.
Watch party.
You will love it. You will love it.
It's just crazy to me that it's that long.
Yeah. Oh, he's the most documented person in history.
Really?
That's what they call him. Yes.
That is a crazy amount of.
Don't look at anything about him.
I know nothing.
Come in literally because I showed it to Sarah, and like even she could not pull her eyes away from the TV. It's
crazy.
Like, oh my
fucking God. Tiger King.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Yeah.
Gamer from Mars. Shout out to him.
The guy who built it.
Yeah. Well, he did the documentary.
Built it.
It belongs. Yeah. Gamer from Mars. The Chris Chan conspiracy belongs on Netflix or Max. Like, I'm not joking.
Really?
Like,
is that
user
good?
content is just a lot of times, especially like documentaries.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever watched JCS Criminal Psychology.
No.
I know you don't watch YouTube.
Yeah.
But it's just it's interrogation videos.
Yeah.
And then like they'll like pause and like
down.
break. Yeah.
That shit's good. That's another. Yeah, like crime. Like I've listened to a lot of like crime podcasts before and stuff. Like,
oh, I love
it's
true
great.
crime.
Yeah, we like.
Why
that.
is true crime so good?
Yeah, we like murder. We like death.
Do.
Like you like all that stuff. You like crime. You're like negative. We like negative. As much as we try and you like to hear about all these. Like,
we don't want the utopia.
No,
we don't want.
We don't want off of that.
We need yin and yang.
We eat the negativity up.
Good.
Yeah,
bad is good.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to think though. What was the fucking? I honestly don't even remember the last
movie.
Like actual.
You think you saw one this year?
I don't even know.
Since January.
I'm sure I've watched something, but it was not.
Well, what do you have?
Everything.
Okay, right.
We just don't watch anything really. Like we're not a big like TV people.
Okay. Gotcha.
Like we'll throw on stuff every once in a while, but like. Usually, like I said, we're more so if we're gonna watch something, it'll usually be it'll be a show or something.
That's
if I think back to like a good show.
That's what we do.
Black Mass.
Okay,
Seen
Black Mass. No.
Fucking vampire.
Okay.
Show.
Yeah.
Very cool. Like fucking
Black Mass.
Yeah, it's like this. Like it's in like Alaska. There's like a fucking. You ever gonna watch it?
Yeah.
Are you ever gonna watch it?
Maybe. Yeah. What's it on Apple TV?
I think it's on Netflix.
Oh. Well,
I don't want to burn it for you. Oh.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. It's like a priest and stuff. It's very cool.
Yeah.
That was good. I mean, I told you about Blackbird. Blackbird was very good. Shrinking was very good. Watching a show means like I watch like one episode every 2 weeks of Breaking Saul, whatever it is. Fucking Better Call Saul.
Yeah. Oh, you're still watching that?
Yeah.
Do you guys watch like a episode like of something often or?
No.
Okay.
No, it's just like every once in a while we'll put on an episode and watch and shit. But at TV or movies though, I do want to see fucking Dune too.
Yo, I haven't seen Dune 1.
Really?
Yeah.
I
just told my dad, I'm like, we're going to see.
I need to rewatch it before I watch Dune 2. Yeah. I mean, I just feel like as like a sci-fi fan and as like a nerd, like I feel like we owe homage to Dune because it's like the creator, like
Wait,
much.
Who made it?
Made Dune? Who wrote Dune?
Who wrote Dune?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But I mean, it's the founder.
Yeah,
that's where everything sci-fi like grew from that. Yeah. Like like you watch that and it's like
not
that's
the
what's
Expanse.
Yeah, fucking Star Wars, like all that shit. Fucking like Warhammer, like all that, like all the even the names they use.
I was reading about Warhammer today.
Oh, really? What'd you read?
I just read about how it got started. So I was reading the history of
just reading the who founded it. But
the Wikipedia page.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I think but Dune 2, I've heard it's very good.
The only thing I know about it is the popcorn thing.
The popcorn thing? I don't even know that.
The
the bin.
Yeah.
People want the bin. I have seen people want the bin.
Yeah, the fucking Dune popcorn.
Yeah. No, I remember I saw the first one and I remember just thinking like, it's a movie. It was good.
Did you finish The Expanse, you motherfucker?
I think so.
Okay.
I liked The Expanse. Like I said, the acting got to me at times.
And the guy Prawn in our Discord server, both of you guys fucking ruined a lot of characters in that show for me, you pieces of shit. How fucking dare both of you? You've ruined Naomi. You've ruined...
Yeah. That was her. That for me, that really hurt me.
I understand.
Yeah, like, and even like the main character, like the acting in the show, like that gets to me. I mean, the story was very cool.
Do you read still?
Okay, I haven't read. I read all the Red Rising books I was telling you about. I know. I go on like stints.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll go for I do like a 6-month stint where I read.
Started my new job.
Yeah, like it's definitely like just one of the shit, she's fucking going for.
She just hooks my neck.
Man, dude, going for the fucking jugular.
Yeah.
But I go on stints of it. The last one I read was that one I was telling you about, that Red Rising series.
Yeah. Okay.
Which was like, it's all about like.
You can borrow one of my books.
Yeah, I do. Once I get into it,
I got a bunch of books.
I have those Red Rising books too. If you want, we could swap.
Okay.
Do some swapsies.
I do. I just need to finish. I need to start over because it's been like 6 months. But I'm reading. I started Blood Meridian, and it's by the same guy that did that wrote No Country for Old Men, wrote The Road.
Okay.
And
that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a very interesting. He's definitely he's very much a writer.
Yeah.
And so in this book, he doesn't for the dialogue. There's no quotation marks.
Oh.
He's been quoted good writing doesn't need quotation marks. Yeah. But it's honestly it's fine. It doesn't ruin.
It is. I understand some of those things, but some of the times I just think for ease of the reader.
Yeah. I'm gonna write something.
Are you?
I've been thinking about it. Yeah.
You use ChatGPT.
Yeah. Exactly.
Look what I wrote. Yeah. I'm done.
I did it. So I took a deep dive into Elden Ring lore.
Yeah.
We played the whole game.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about the story?
Fuck no. You think I watch a cut? I was just doing it to get the weapons to go PvP. Yeah. I don't know anything.
But I went through a lore video and it's incredible.
Cool? Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah. Yes, it's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And then I was just thinking, I need to finish the story about Kingshaven.
Yeah. Yeah, just keep growing on it.
Yeah, because I have a world built already.
Yeah.
I think I could write a Silmarillion of things at least.
Yeah.
But also one thing that I really want to do is I want to write something in the second person. I feel like second person is something never used. Maybe it's immature because it's it's choose your own story.
Yeah.
But it's I wouldn't be like that, but I think it's an interesting. I don't know. Yeah.
Could be cool.
Could be. Yeah.
I mean, I think. Writing. I don't think there's ever going to be a time where attempting to write something is a bad idea.
Yeah. No. Yeah, absolutely not.
Even if it came out, but it's just a good, a good exercise.
You journal?
No.
Have you ever journaled?
No.
Okay.
I don't write shit.
I don't write.
Use ChatGPT.
Yeah. Write my feelings.
I write prompt.
Yeah.
Write prompt. No. Yeah. I mean. Yeah. No. I was never a big. I mean. Yeah, the writing side of things, I think that's a specific talent to be able to write. But there are some people who just their stories speak. If you read old Stephen King, he's gotten better, but old Stephen King,
sucked.
Yeah, his writing is really bad. It's not easy to read.
He does fucking write a lot.
Yeah, it's not. It's
you see
confusing
pictures
as
of him
fuck.
at a baseball game.
Yeah, he's just all over the place. It's
okay.
It's not very easy to digest. It's not concise. It's probably fucking 500 pages over what it needs to be.
I don't know if I know that I can build worlds.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I could actually write all the scenes and shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. It's definitely a talent. I mean, to have that skill to create, that world actually create. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking yeah. No, I mean, some of the things I said, fucking Stephen King, I think for him, he was good with descriptive.
Okay.
Stuff he could. I mean, he's a creepy as fuck. You want to talk about a guy who should be in a cage? Guy should be in a cage.
Okay.
Stephen King. That's a scary dude.
Yeah.
To think of the things
he lives here.
Does he?
Yes.
He lived in Fogtown too. He got hit by a car in Fogtown. But yeah, like to think of the things that he wrote, even just to imagine them as a really fucked up person. Like, you know, like his movies are creepy and stuff, but they don't ever go into like what he actually wrote.
Well, what I think
like
of is,
you know how they became friends. A lot of
fucked up shit.
You know how that group is formed?
No.
The group, group of kids.
No.
Like 10-year-old kids.
Yeah.
They rape that girl.
Okay. Right.
All of them.
Okay.
Like group rape her. And then they like blood. That's why they're bound.
That's the book.
That's the bound of them. Like how they're like, oh, we're bound by blood. Like, no, you're not.
Oh my God.
Creepy fucking Stephen King wrote this horrible story of kids raping another kid.
Goddamn.
Literally, like it's the most fucked up thing. And like that's just the tip of the iceberg of the fucked up things that he writes. Like he writes some really disturbing shit. Like things that like if you're like again like you like. If you're thinking these things like just to and then to write them down for like public display, like I don't know, dude, like you might be something wrong going like that's it's a fucked up. He's a fucked up guy.
So are you familiar with so I'm doing a little Googling.
Yeah. Googling.
Are you familiar with Junji Ito?
No.
Okay. You've probably seen his illustrations. But he does these like short mangas that are like kind of like Lovecraftian Japanese horror.
Manga is just a fucking cartoon, right?
Yeah. It's a comic.
Okay.
And
I just hear all those weird terms. You're like, it's an anime, it's a manga.
Yeah, anime manga.
I don't know. Yeah, I wasn't
comic.
like trying to. I was like, actually, is there some difference that I don't know?
Comic.
Okay.
And most anime starts as a comic.
Okay.
So like everything you've seen, like Demon Slayer, guarantee it was a comic first.
And now is manga just another word for comic?
It's just a Japanese word, and then like you typically when you say a manga, you mean
someone
Japanese
like it's
comic.
from Japan.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's the same thing with like anime versus cartoon.
Yes. Except for maybe I don't know because I would almost consider Avatar an anime.
It's just because why is it because where it's made or the stylism?
I think almost just like the style, and
I
think
more
it also
than just where it comes from.
I mean, like technically, like. It's an American cartoon.
Yeah.
But I think it does have like some merits of being anime, as I think like some Japanese people like worked on it. I think some of the animation might have been done in Korea.
Okay.
But anime, Dragon Ball Z, anime.
Yeah.
Pokemon, anime.
Okay.
Fucking Death Note. But
that's what I learned today. But so Junji.
But have you watched Miyazaki movies?
No.
So you haven't seen Spirited Away?
No.
Or Ponyo?
Ponyo.
Spirited Away?
I've seen Ponyo.
Ponyo is fucking awesome, dude. Ponyo fucking rules.
Yeah, I remember seeing Ponyo.
You haven't seen Spirited Away?
It sounds familiar.
Yeah. So it's kind of fucked up. This girl like goes and then her parents get turned into pigs, and then she goes to like this world and fucking like lives in this crazy place with like all these monsters working there. And
this is the same guy who made Ponyo.
Yes, yeah. Ponyo and like all his movies are like, you know, bright and colorful and like happy and like
but the underlying message is kind of disturbing.
Well, sometimes I think maybe just like Japanese culture like has stuff like that.
Yeah,
but,
they
like,
definitely seem a lot more numb to like kind of fucked up things.
Yeah, exactly. They're not as PC as us, minus the whole censoring porn.
Yeah.
But and
that's where they draw the line.
But most of his stuff is like happy and like, you know, that's its overt like thing. But then like you got Junji Ito, who's like the polar opposite, and it's like, you know, scary and assy. But I guess like Miyazaki is like this super depressed person, like IRL and like very like fucked up, versus like Junji Ito is like this like super stoked dude, like super happy. It's like maybe like writing out the demons, you know? I mean, maybe
that's true.
You know,
maybe that's like, like their form of therapy.
Put this down. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a form of like coping.
Yeah,
you know.
I also think horror is fucking amazing. I love horror. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. So maybe Stephen King's just like the coolest dude ever.
I feel like he is probably normal.
Yeah, he's just a normal, happy guy.
Yeah, maybe.
And he just writes these horrible things just to get it out.
He's like, I don't know.
Better that than chopping people up.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I guess I'll be rich instead.
I guess instead of this,
I'll live on Longboat Key.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Yeah, that's funny. That's it's interesting to think about. I think it's the same thing we talked about with like depressed people being funny.
Yes.
You know, like there's always that,
dude.
like for whatever reason,
dude.
you know, like these two opposite, like things work in opposites. You know, like the opposites attract sort of thing. The for whatever reason, like these two things for whatever reason, like if you have the opposite feeling, the other one goes the other way too. You know, like they push further and further apart.
I think one thing that like we talked about is I brought up did I bring up Tourette's in front of you?
No.
Or like did I asked you if you ever
had
like yell?
Yes.
Like,
yeah,
like if you ever like think of something like anxious,
like the fucking bikes
and
thing,
you're just like yell, like
yeah.
But like I feel like everyone has that. Like if you like think of something and then like especially if you're alone, you're like or you say something stupid, like
something.
you like just audibly say something, but then like Tourette's is like you can't let go of that. But
what does Tourette's give you?
What
does Tourette's give you? If you have Tourette's,
you don't suppress that. You can't.
No, I'm saying, well, what inverse thing do you get? Like depression gives you comedic genius.
I don't
Tourette's.
No. I don't. I think what I was.
Does it give you a superpower? Like where you? So. What's your fucking?
It gets you
Tourette's?
arrested.
Yeah, you just.
It gets you arrested and
have you ever
kicked
seen
off
that
the
girl
bus.
on TikTok who yells like she yells like run it up. She like barks. She's like roof, roof, roof. Like it is funny as fuck.
Is she Tourette's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like she does like her tics are the. I mean, it's got to be a horrible disease.
That
is
like, terrible
on that level where like they're like literally like physically exhausting themselves.
Yes.
But at least she's having fun at some points of it. You know, I guess if there was a positive to it, like at least make it funny because she says the funniest shit ever. Like her tics are just fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So there you go. Maybe there's a comic.
As far as like the whole like suppressing like the like a Tourette's person, they can't suppress what they want to say.
Yeah.
But then like I don't know, like maybe we all have like all this stuff inside of us, and like we have fucked up thoughts and like we're since we're like normal people, we're able to like suppress it, but like also like you still have this fucked upness in you, and it's okay to write about it.
You can push out those. I mean,
like, oh shit, that was a fucked up thought.
Yeah, I think a lot of those times, like I think a lot of those, especially I think with like artistic, being a wide range of things, like being that sort of genius, like autistic, yeah, being fucking acoustic and authentic. Yeah. Have you ever seen those ones? They're like, is this kid authentic? I think he's authentic. Yeah. But like I think of like Kanye West.
Yeah.
By all, like he is a musical genius.
Yes, has released amazing albums.
Like one of the best musicians like in our lifetime. Like an incredible musical talent. Yeah. He's a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
Like with that level of skill, with that level of whatever talent he has, like there's a cost. Like what's going on in his head.
Yeah.
He doesn't think like a normal person.
Yeah.
He obviously doesn't because he's a fucking lunatic. Yeah. Like he's like an actual crazy person. Yeah. Like so like those things, like I think this I could go into a whole thing on. I don't think we have enough time for it. But to do a quick snippet, like I think that autism is like a different sect of people.
Okay.
I don't think it's a fucking like a disadvantage.
Yeah.
I think that autistic people is like and why we're seeing so much more of it is that they will actually have like a purpose in our society because these people are like savants in specific things. So like I think it's just like a new type of person that we are not capable of understanding. Like we think of it as like, oh, like you're fucking disabled. Yeah. You can't communicate. You can't do this thing. But it's like, I think it's like a fucking new class.
I don't think it's like, I think, so one, I gotta say there's overdiagnosis. I think
they definitely give it to people.
But like maybe like
I'm talking about like true autistic people. Like you see the kid who like can't talk, but he's drawing 2 pictures with crayons in this like beautiful thing. Like I'm talking about that level of autism, not like I'm awkward. Okay. Like I don't give a fuck about
awkward.
Yeah, like
I'm awkward.
Yeah, like I don't that to me like fucking that's just like those people have always existed. Yeah. There's weird people.
So maybe like these are you remember
I'm talking about like the savants.
You remember playing Civilization?
Yeah.
You played Civ 5? Yeah. Civ 6?
Yeah,
Civ
I played
5?
Civilization.
Like when you get like a great engineer?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yes. Yeah. Like I wonder if we could go back in time, how many of those people who were like these great names were autistic.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
Like how many of those great minds were like severely
reading like the
autistic?
Accounts of like people like this one I was reading about this like genius scientist and
probably had severe autism.
He was super rich and but he wouldn't he wasn't able to talk to people. Like
Yeah.
he would have to like it was absolutely, it's like, yeah, this person is fucking
just had
autistic.
autism. Yeah.
And he is the greatest in this science.
Yes.
At
Yeah,
this time.
I think we just don't truly, like, when people, like I said, I think we diagnose it as like an ailment when it's not. Like, you just need to figure out what that person can do.
Yeah.
And they will be like
Put 'em to
the
work.
greatest that has ever existed at
on
that
the
thing.
project.
Yeah, on the project.
On the
like
project.
those fucking, that blind autistic kid when he sings. Have you seen him? He won AGT.
Okay.
He's blind and he's autistic. Can't talk. Like can't even speak. When he talks, like, oh, like fucking full, like zero communication.
Full blown.
And blind. Yeah, full blown. He went all the way. No, but when he sings, and he can play piano.
Okay.
And it is the most beautiful, like everyone's like pouring tears. Like it's the most like whatever, like that's his fucking thing. Like,
damn.
And he can play, and he just like hears music and he can create, and it's like this crazy fucking thing. Like that's not, it's just that we're not understanding that that's like that's just like a different type of person. Like these people have like exact roles that they're supposed to fill. Like I think in the future, like it'll be like, we'll realize that more, that like, oh no, this isn't a fucking, like these people are like designed with a singular purpose creatures that will do it better than anyone has ever been able to do. Like you could work your whole life, and if you're trying to beat that person who has autism and their fucking thing is X that you're also trying to do, you're not going to beat them in it.
No.
Like they're going to do it better than you always with zero effort. They're not put this is just, they do this 100% of the time. Always. It's always what they're doing because that's all their brain is capable of doing. And like I said, I think like I don't know. I think like in the future they'll realize like, oh shit, like these are the people who are the solutions to the problems we're having. Yeah. Like let's fucking find their thing. Like, oh shit, you had an autistic kid? Like what's his fucking thing?
What's his power?
Like what's his fucking superpower? Yeah, like literally like
I have the power.
Yeah, they're like superheroes in the things that they do. Like literally like the things that you're like, what the fuck? Like I said, you ever seen the kid who draws?
No.
I'm talking about like he draws with like fucking crayons and bullshit.
Yeah.
And he's like literally like he's drawing.
Yeah.
And in the other hand, he's not looking at what he's drawing. He's clicking through 2,000 YouTube videos. He's zooming through them.
Yeah.
Like 1,000, like clicking like 400 miles per hour. And then he's drawing the most beautiful picture you've ever seen. And you can't, until he finishes it, you have no idea what he's even drawing because it's like beyond your fucking brain. Like,
oh my God.
So he's like drawing like a dog, but he starts like on the bottom left with like a fucking black scribble. And you're like, what the fuck is that? And then like by the end of it, it's like this like out of this world, beautiful image. And you're like, where did you even, and you're watching like fucking Thomas the Train on the other thing at 500 times speed, like what the fuck, like how are you, what is going on? Like it's beyond us. Like I think it's like I said, I think it's like they'll realize that. I'd be like, oh shit, like no, this isn't a disability. It's just it's a it's different.
We gotta figure it out.
It's different than a normal human.
You
it's
gotta
like
stop looking down upon it.
Yeah, it's like a different class. New class achieved.
I think with that, our message would just be get vaccinated.
Get vaccinated.
Get your kids vaccinated.
Become authentic.
Become acoustic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Well, have you done it?
I believe so. Is that a...
Speaking of another dude with autism, fucking another one.
That's your power, baby.
Yeah. It's a superpower. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, that was...
Go Discord website.
Mostlynegative.com. It's not up yet, but it will be when this video's out.
Yeah.
Join the Discord. We got copies of Gary's Incident for you.
Yeah, great game.
Yeah, come on in.
Yep. Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Bye forever.
And go fuck yourselves.